Dowagiac teenager was killed after a tree limb fell on his car during the storms yesterday. The 17-year-old was on his way to pick up his mom.
Tonight, police call his death a freak accident. News Channel 3's Mike Kravesick went to the crash scene outside Dowagiac to learn more about what happened here.
Storms rolled in with whipping winds that blew down tree limbs. A limb came down on top of 17-year-old Landen Taggart's car.
He was going to pick his mom up at work. He just got his license not so long ago. He's going to be a senior this year.
Cass County Sheriff's Office says the teen was driving alone on Peavine Street off M51 when a limb ripped off a tree and fell onto his car. Authorities say the 17-year-old crashed into a group of trees. He died at the scene. Investigators say the tree limb broke off of this tree before it smashed on to the teen's car as he was traveling this direction. All that remains now, a debris field of branches and car parts.
Here's the headlight assembly and lots of debris here. Man, it demolished that car.
Landen's family friend Richard Guntel back at the crash scene today looking for answers.
Way risky with these trees like this.
Bob Thompson leads the Cass County Road Commission. The agency can remove dead and dangerous trees if there's complaints. Thompson says there was no indication a troubled tree caused yesterday's crash.
It is an act of God, and you can't predict it. You can't begin to anticipate which one to take because it's going to come down.
Thompson says the storm that rolled through yesterday took down more than 3 dozen tree limbs countywide, including multiple others on Peavine Road.
There are no skid marks. That tells us that, there was no reaction.
In Pokagon Township, Mike Kravesick, News Channel 3.
In a statement, Dowagiac Union School Superintendent Jonathan Wan says that Landen was about to be a senior at Dowagiac Union High School. He says, quote, "Our prayers, support, and condolences go out to his family and friends."
News Channel 3's Allie Jenner-John is live in Kalamazoo, where neighbors on Duke Street say they're now going on 24 hours without power. Allie, that is not a comfortable situation.
No, Erica, Andy, neighbors have been in and out of their homes all day today. Their power lines are down and they're hot, so they have good reasons to be trying to leave. A lot of them say they haven't had power since yesterday evening. Some say they're staying with family tonight. Others say they're checking out local stores just so they can charge their cell phones. Over in Portage today, the damage is just as severe. Crews chop up a tree swept up by swirling winds yesterday. They landed on these homes at Portage Pines Senior Living.
The wind starts blowing and I'm going back like this and, it was really freaky. And next thing I know, I seen this big tree just gushing up out of the ground and landed on top of Lori's apartment.
Lorianne is okay, so is everyone else. The roof and gutters taking the brunt of the hit.
The trees just started going and going and going, and I was on my porch trying to pick up my chair, and the wind just picked up the tree and just dropped it.
Another resident compared the tornado-like winds and heavy rain to a tsunami.
And she kind of freaked me out because she was so scared.
Just behind these homes at Fountain View Assisted Living, a limb leans up against the office building, and an entire tree picked up at the roots blocks parts of the driveway.
I went inside and questioned the residents, and they did say, in the staff, they did say that they heard a big boom. When we got here on site, the police was already here.
Portage Department of Public Safety says they responded to 39 calls for service yesterday over a 24-hour span. They say that's triple the average number of calls they get on a daily basis. Most of those calls were for downed power lines. Neighbors were complaining earlier that people have been ignoring these orange blockades and yellow police tape, driving right through this center intersection and over these power lines. Some of the neighbors tell me Consumers Energy has told them they can expect their power to be on tonight, although hundreds of homes in West Michigan may not see that power back on until tomorrow, which makes for another hot and muggy night.
A live look now at the Consumers Energy outage map. Right now, there are about 16,000 customers without power after yesterday's strong storms rolled through. The estimated restoration time for some people as late as tomorrow afternoon.
You can't get upset. This is nature.
Nature indeed that left tens of thousands in the dark and damage all over.
Yeah, at one point last night, Consumers Energy reported nearly 80,000 customers had lost power.
Our Maria Serrano is joining us now with a little bit of encouraging news tonight. Maria.
Yeah, Andy, Erica, I can tell you there is some good news for people in Battle Creek. Just hours ago, this map was all red. About 1,300 people with lights off, and now Battle Creek is in the clear. But that wasn't the case last night or this afternoon. Michael LaRue, who has lived in this Battle Creek home for 30 years, says losing power for 24 hours is rare.
Third time we've ever been knocked out more than 6 hours in 30 years.
He has a generator to preserve food and keep the house from going fully dark.
We kind of hang out at night, sitting on a campfire out back and taking it easy.
Taking it easy, because when storms hit, he says all he can do is hurry up and wait. This is LaRue celebrating as he gets his power back. He tells me the storm could have done a lot more damage.
It could be worse. Behind me, there's a big tree that snapped, and so we had to cut that up today for the neighbor. He's not.
One of his neighbor's trees uprooted by the windstorm, and although it was a short-lived nightmare, this storm has been good for one thing: uniting neighbors.
We'll just buy a new generator, bigger one. There you go. There you go.
He was a character for sure. So Consumers Energy says although last night's thunderstorms and high winds caused significant damage, crews are working day and night to make sure every customer gets it back.